Welcome to Insights into Insurance from the A-Team at Americana Insurance Group. All information provided is educational in nature and not intended to be acted upon without first consulting the appropriately licensed professional.
And good morning, it's Insights into Insurance with Americana Insurance here on 1450 KATE. And in with us is Tom Sorensen with Americana Insurance. And Tom, something this week happened very special out at Riverland College.
Yes, it did, Mike, and I want to thank you for showing up and having Cape Radio come and be part of this as part of our Insights into Insurance program that we do. And today, very exciting, we will be making a presentation to Riverland College's auto mechanic department, and it's going to be in coordinated efforts between Americana Insurance and Nationwide Insurance and Riverland College.
And this was a process that started not overnight. It's been a long, lengthy progress, and I guess the one kind of kicking things off is Doug Blom with the Riverland Community College. So let's kind of turn things over to Doug.
Yeah, the whole process started with Doug. And so, in just to kind of give you an idea, in 2017 there was $306 billion in damage from everything to tornadoes, drought, firestorms, and of course the big one, hurricanes, especially Hurricane Harvey. And so this is where Doug comes into play.
And Doug, what is your position out here at Riverland Community College?
I'm Doug Blum. I'm instructor at the Diesel Technology program.
And, you know, probably the most important thing is it's hard to find this type of a vehicle that the students can actually learn with. And, you know, how did it all come about? Tom gave you a call, I presume, and you took the ball and started running with it.
Yeah, we were just, many times I'd saw on the TV that we were talking about floods all over the South, and it happened one day when we were talking about this as flood vehicles. Are these available? And they're body damage isn't very bad, so we're just looking for electrical problems in our auto program. So it worked out well that we could make a connection here with Tom, my local agent. So that's
Doug came into my office actually, and he was the one that came to me and said, "So where do you find these flood vehicles?" And I'm like, "Well, Doug, are you interested in buying one?" So then he told me no, he was interested in buying one for Riverland College. And I said, "Well, why is a flooded out vehicle of interest to college?" And then Doug goes, "Well, because it comes with electrical problems. As a matter of fact, more the problems actually, the better vehicle that they could have." So I actually started out the process of saying, "Hey, Doug, I have no idea what's happening with these flood vehicles, but let me check." And I made my first, it was either phone call or email, I can't remember, to Jade Rodemeyer, who is a longtime friend of ours, but also a contact at Nationwide Insurance. And from there, I actually counted, I think it was yesterday, I think I ended up climbing the ladder, or not necessarily climbing the ladder, but contacts of 8 different people in Nationwide to get this done. And so I'm just so proud of Nationwide as a great partnering company with us, that they are donating this vehicle, this flood vehicle that they had to Riverland College.
Doug, let's go back. Just a quick question. Why is this an interest for Riverland College to go through and get a flooded vehicle?
The interest of this is, like Tom was saying there, it's the electrical problems that we're having. And it's hard for us to acquire vehicles too. It's always the dollars and cents. And so a flooded vehicle becomes a less valued vehicle then too, but it still has those major problems that we're looking for.
Ole is with us as well from Riverland College. And Ole, explain a little bit about what the vehicle is that we have here at Riverland.
It is a 2012 Ford Focus. It's got about 73,000 miles on it. It is in very good condition overall, mechanically speaking, and also body and chassis. The only problem that it does have is that it is a flood vehicle. Now, for our students, of course, a vehicle that's got problems that they can learn from is actually better than a vehicle that doesn't have a problem. So for us, it's perfect, especially in the classes where we deal with electrical problems and drivability problems. Also, we had been looking for years for a vehicle that had what's called a gasoline direct injection engine. We were unable to purchase one because they're expensive and hard to find. So when this one came about and actually had that engine, it is a perfect fit for us. And we are very, very happy that we were able to get it. Once I say that, of course, we wouldn't mind more of them.
And Tom, as you say, it was quite the process of going through with 7 or 8 different contacts, working with Doug, working with Nationwide. As I say, it's not an overnight deal where you can just call up somebody and say, I understand you have a flooded vehicle, we want that vehicle, bring it down to Albert Lea, have it shipped to Albert Lea. It was a process, and that's where Nationwide kind of came in and helped as well.
It was, and be honest with you, Doug could probably answer more questions on the whole process because he ended up getting in through the process more than I even did after once it was all started. But just so you know, somebody might say, "Oh, a flooded vehicle, that's not worth anything." You know what I'm saying? And actually, they are. They are worth a lot. For one thing, they sell them on auctions, not only in the States but out of the country. And Nationwide actually has contracted with a company called Copart. And Copart sells these, and so these people go to these auctions. Well, out of the country, these cars are not under salvage compliance, okay? So truthfully, they can buy these and sell them, resell them, and make quite a bit of money. So this isn't just a $500 vehicle or anything like that. This is definitely with significant value to Riverland, or I should say a vehicle. So this is a really nice donation.
A wonderful donation to Riverland Community College. You're listening to Insights into Insurance program here on KATE. We've got a few more people, including a couple representatives from Nationwide here, along with Steve Bowen from the Riverland Community College, and we'll visit with them when we come back. You're listening to Insights into Insurance here on 1450 KATE.
Nationwide is on your side. You have a side that is retired, playing tag and getting tired. A side that owns your own store. Looks like you need to explain some more. That's why there's a Nationwide. They help protect and grow your many sides. Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio.
For all your many sides, there's Nationwide. Call Americana Insurance Group in Albert Lea and Wells today.
Welcome back to Insights into Insurance here on 1450 KATE. We're talking with the Riverland College folks, with Americana Insurance, with a great donation that was made earlier this week. Right now we're going to kind of turn things over to Steve Bowen, the Institutional Advancement Director or Executive Director of the Foundation for Riverland. And Steve, this is really a great gift for Riverland College to have the students be able to work on this type of a vehicle.
Yes, it certainly is. You know, one of the things with all of our career technical programs, especially with auto technology and diesel technology, are the advancements in the electronic control systems that are in some of these vehicles. And their budgets don't allow them to be able to go out and buy new vehicles that have some of this technology involved so they can use it in the classroom and the lab. So when we have partners like Americana and Nationwide that have the opportunity to gift one of these cars to us, it's huge. You already heard a little bit about what they do with them as far as the teaching and learning that goes with the students. But it also sends a message that the industry is here to support the upcoming technicians that are going to be working in the industry. These are high-skill, high-demand jobs that have a lot of opportunity in southern Minnesota. And a lot of our young people are going off to the universities thinking that's the only way you can be successful, yet they still want to be a mechanic. It just maybe isn't okay. And sometimes when we get partners like you helping us to gift and support these programs, they really start to realize that the industry is what needs it and that they're good companies, they're good jobs, and they have opportunity. And it makes it easier for students then to make that choice when they're 18, instead of coming back to us when they're in their mid-20s or early 30s to do what they wanted to do in the first place. So this helps us tell that story.
And of course, we have representatives from Nationwide, Tim Burke with Nationwide Sales Manager in Minnesota, Josh Wigg with the Sales Director in Nationwide. Let me just ask Tim off the bat, why Riverland Community College? Why was one of these vehicles donated back to the Riverland College here in Albert Lea?
So the reason for Riverland College is Americana Insurance Group is a key partner with us here in the Albert Lea area in southern Minnesota, and it's a great opportunity for them and for Riverland Community College.
And Josh, with Nationwide, you do other charitable events as well.
Yes, we do. We spend a lot of time building up the United Way, the American Red Cross, and we spend a lot of time and resources with our Nationwide's Children's Hospital in Columbus.
It's great because a lot of people think of insurance companies of strictly just taking the premiums, taking the money in, and running. And this is an opportunity to give back to the communities that Nationwide serves. Tom, I know with Americana Insurance, we've talked numerous times on our program that Nationwide is always right there helping out, and this is just another way of showing their dedication to Americana Insurance. We've talked in the past about puzzle pieces being put together to make it a puzzle. This is just another puzzle piece that Americana Insurance can offer those clients to make sure things are done properly.
Absolutely, and Nationwide is our biggest partner in our agency, and that's why I went to them to see if they had the availability. I know, for one thing, I knew that they would probably have some flooded vehicles because Nationwide is their name, and they are Nationwide. They got hit hard this last year. That's no secret. Everything from the firestorms to the floods, tornadoes. I mean,
hurricanes.
They get it all because they're Nationwide. So I have some carriers that are local, more of the Midwest, but Nationwide is Nationwide. So here is the availability for them to be able to give back to our community here, small community, which is Riverland College, which is, the more I get to know about Riverland, the more I feel there's such a need for Riverland College, and it's such a big part of our community.
Before we wrap things up, I want to go back to Ole. Ole, what's the next step now? The vehicle is here. Mm-hmm. What is the next step for the students to take part in going through this vehicle?
The next step will be that the students will look at the vehicle, they will evaluate it, they will diagnose the problems. We may not necessarily repair them because the next group of students that come through won't have any problems to solve them. So we probably just leave it like it is. It runs well, it drives well, it's mechanically sound, as I said earlier. So it's perfect for us as a training aid. It truly is.
And that's one of those things, Ole, is if you went out and had the funds to go buy a $25,000, $30,000 vehicle, actually they wouldn't have the issues because it's a brand new vehicle, right? And so this vehicle actually maybe not worth $25,000-$30,000, but it's actually more value to you than it would be for a new vehicle because it does have the new vehicle technology, though,
yes.
Right?
You could even define it this way: it's a more useful vehicle for us,
right,
than one that does not have any problems.
For Steve Bowron and Ole and Doug Blom and Tim and Josh, we want to thank everyone involved in this, and of course Tom with Americana Insurance. Thank you for kind of getting things rolling here. As you say, Riverland Community College is a vital part of Albert Lea and Freeborn County, keeping those students here instead of going to a four-year school and get the hands-on technology. And with this donation with Nationwide, it really gives the students that hands-on experience. So, of course, if they have questions to get a hold of Americana Insurance.
That's right, and they can get a hold of us at 507-377-2000. We can write up that Nationwide policy form.
That'll wrap things up for another edition of Insights into Insurance here on 1450 KATE.
You've been listening to Insights into Insurance from the Americana Insurance Group. All information provided is educational in nature and not intended to be acted upon without first consulting the appropriately licensed professional.